We have more information about the appointment of Aileen Cannon as judge presiding over the Trump's indictment case. Angela Noble, the clerk of the court for the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida, provided two important clarifications. One about the odds that Aileen Cannon would be selected randomly to preside over this particular case, and the other about how long she will actually preside over the case itself. Number one, the clerk of the court confirmed that Aileen Cannon was selected using a random method, but explained that the pool of available judges was much smaller than was originally thought because of internal district procedures. District procedures assign a random judge from a pool made of the judges in the division where the case originally started and from two neighboring divisions. This would narrow the pool of available judges to the West Palm Beach division where Mar-a-Lago is located, plus the Fort Lauderdale division and the Fort Pierce division. So that would create a pool of 7 available judges plus 3 senior judges. But district rules exclude senior judges if they have already reached or are about to reach their caseload for the year. And according to Ms. Noble, 1 judge of the 3 senior judges had already reached this caseload and 2 other judges were close to receiving their full caseload. So now you're left with the 7 original judges. And of those, 1 is only receiving cases from Miami, the other is not receiving cases at all, and a third one is only receiving 50% of his cases outside of Miami. And that narrows the pool to only 4, maybe 5 judges. And finally, the clerk of the court confirmed that Judge Aileen Cannon automatically receives 50% of her caseload from the West Palm Beach division. So all of these rules contributed to making Judge Aileen Cannon the most likely judge to be selected for this particular case. Now, before I give you the second piece of information, and that is how long will Judge Cannon preside over this case, let me just point out that all that we've talked about, Jack Smith, who's a seasoned prosecutor, more than likely knew and still decided to file in Florida. Number one, because he probably has a plan. And number two, more than likely because he wanted to avoid filing in D.C. and then getting a motion to move the case to Florida, which would delay things and is within the rights of a defendant in a criminal federal case. Finally, as I mentioned, Angela Noble, the clerk of the court, confirmed how long Aileen Cannon will preside over the case, and she did confirm that no, Judge Aileen Cannon was not selected just to preside over the arraignment, but she will sit at the judge's bench for the duration of the trial unless something happens. So this means that the only option for a different judge to preside over this case is for Aileen Cannon to recuse herself ex officio of her own choice or through an order from the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals, if she chooses not to recuse herself, and if the government files a motion for recusal, she rejects it, then they can take that order and bring it to the Court of Appeals and let the Court of Appeals decide. But as it stands right now, Judge Aileen Cannon will be presiding over Trump's case.